Good evening, everyone. I hope I am properly audible and visible. Good evening. I hope I am properly audible and visible to everyone. Good evening, Pooja. So, I hope all of you are doing well. Good evening. Okay, so I welcome you all to this session. And in the last week, we have discussed some of the topics like we have seen topics with respect to BRICS. Also, we have seen about the governor and other related topics as well. We have talked about this citizenship act also, okay, and related things as well. We have discussed about even the cloud chamber and mission motion, etc. So now in today's session, we are again going to take some of the topics. Okay, the first one of them is very famous one right now, and that is digital arrest. So the first topic that we are going to see today is digital arrest. That what exactly is this digital arrest, and we will see that in India, if there are cyber crimes and everything, so what are the facts and figures with respect to that? That is one thing which we are going to discuss in digital arrest. Second thing which we are going to discuss is India and UAE relations. You know that like today also there have been a editorial with respect to this. So in that aspect, we will talk about India and UAE relations also. Then we will discuss about carbon credit, okay, and also about India's first private military aircraft facility. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. Yeah, these topics we are yes. So we have got this digital arrest and everything. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay. Now let us first start with this one. Consider the following pairs. We have seen like we have discussed about this convention on biological diversity in the last week also, and in that sequence we have this one thing. Consider the following pairs: terms and their origin, which we can see here. So Annex 1 countries, Cartagena Protocol, certified emission reduction, Nagoya Protocol, and clean development mechanism, Kyoto Protocol. So the question is, which of these pairs are correctly matched? Yeah, Aman, I would be starting that from this. I think this week we have got the Deepavali at that time, but from next week, from Friday, we are going to resume that session. So, Aman, yes, I have seen your message. From the next week, we are going to resume that session. This week we have Friday, I think on we have Deepavali on that day, but after that we are going to resume it. So I've got answer C from Avnish and Ritesh. Good evening, Anjali. So see this question and tell me which one will be the correct one. Okay, so till now we have got the options at C only. Okay, Achha, you are not aware about it. See, if we talk about this question, you can see Annex 1 countries or certified emission reduction or clean development mechanism. These all three, they are all related with our Kyoto Protocol. Or you can say they are also related with our UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So the thing is very much simple. If you look at this UNFCCC, it is all about the greenhouse gas reduction, and in that we have got the Kyoto Protocol especially for it. Okay. So under this Kyoto Protocol, we have Annex 1 countries. Those countries who are mainly responsible for cutting down the emissions, they were Annex 1 countries. Then we have certified emission reduction. So if any country is reducing the emissions, they are getting a certificate, the carbon credit. So that is called as certified emission reductions. And third is clean development mechanism. Under the same Kyoto Protocol, we have this option that a developed nation can start any such project in a developing country. Okay, so that all these three they are related with the Kyoto Protocol or even UPSC. Now, coming to the next question, the term intended nationally determined contribution is sometimes seen in the news in the context of pledges made by the European countries to rehabilitate refugees from war-affected Middle East. Second is plan of action outlined by the countries of the world to combat climate change. The third is saying capital contributed by the member countries in the establishment of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Plan of action outlined by the countries of the world regarding sustainable development goals. Okay, so we have four options here, and I think two options are a little bit close also. But if you have read about it, and I think we have discussed about this also, NDC, last time we have discussed about this. So can you tell me what would be the correct answer here? Yes, so one answer is D, one answer is B also. D and B, two options. Anyone else? We're going for B option and D option. There is, I think, this intended nationally determined contribution. This all of you might have gone through. So I hope you can answer this one. I hope all of you can answer this one. It is a relatively easier one. INDC, if you look at this intended nationally determined contribution, it is basically plan of action outlined by the countries of the world to combat climate change. It has also come in respect with the Paris Agreement. It has also been in context of the Paris Agreement, where the countries have given this like commitment that what they are going to do in the upcoming time. So that is our Paris Agreement all about. So here the answer will be B option, plan of action outlined by the countries of the world to combat climate change. Okay. Now see this question. See this third question. With reference to non-fungible token, consider the following statement. Like we are going to discuss about the digital arrest today, and this is a previous year question and a relatively very important one. So if you see this, with reference to a non-fungible token, consider the following statements. They enable the digital representation of physical assets. They are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on a blockchain. They can be traded or exchanged at equivalency and therefore can be used as a medium of commercial transaction. So in this respect, which of the statements given above is are correct? First option is 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So for question number 3, what would be the answer? Non-fungible token. This was a question. C option is 1 and 3. It is not from 2018. Rather than that, this is from 2022. This is from 2022. Relatively, yes, Anjali. Actually, I'm taking it from somewhere else, so there might be some issue. I will get it rectified tomorrow. A option and C option, and some answers are D also. See, if we look at this with reference to the non-fungible tokens, the first thing is they enable the digital representation of physical assets. Suppose that if there is any person, they have made any such painting or anything, so there can be a digital representation of that physical asset in form of non-fungible token. So this first option is of course correct, that the physical assets are digitally represented in terms of non-fungible tokens. Second thing is they are using blockchain and cryptographic. Yes, they are prepared using this. So this second option is also true. The third is they can be traded or exchanged at equivalency. What does this mean? Being traded at equivalency. It means that, like, suppose if you have one Bitcoin, suppose you have got one Bitcoin, so you can sell it entirely also, or you can sell 0.5 Bitcoin, you can sell 0.1 Bitcoin, you can sell 0.2 Bitcoin. So this is a fungible token. This is a fungible token, but here you cannot sell one part of a painting. If you have to sell the painting, you will be selling it entirely. Like suppose if you have got a representation of any such physical asset, let us say let be there any painting or any such thing, any design or anything. So if you have got this in a digital form, so you cannot be selling one part of it or one simple portion of it. You have to sell it entirely. So that is why these are called as non-fungible tokens. So this third statement is incorrect. They are not fungible, or they cannot be sold at equivalency or exchanged or traded at equivalency. So this third option here is incorrect. The answer will be A, that is 1 and 2 only. Moving to next one, with reference to the agreement at UNFCCC meeting in Paris, which of the statement given above is are correct? The first is saying the agreement was signed by all the member countries of the UN and will go into effect in 2017. Second is saying the agreement aims to limit the greenhouse gas emission so that rise in average global temperature by the end of the century does not exceed 2 degrees Celsius or even 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels. The third is saying developed countries acknowledge their historical responsibility in global warming and committed to donate 1000 billion a year from 2020 to help developing countries to cope with climate change. In this context, which one is correct? This is question number 4. This is question number 4. So can you tell me which one will be correct here? Which one is correct here? The agreement was signed by all the member countries of the UN and it will go into effect in 2017. Second is saying it aims to reduce or limit the greenhouse gas emission so that temperature doesn't increase by 2 degrees Celsius. Only two option B. Okay. Anyone else? C option from Jyoti, that is 2 and 3. B option and A option are also there. Okay. B option. See, if you look at this, it has to be effective after 2020. Till 2020, there was the existence of Kyoto Protocol. There was the existence of Kyoto Protocol till 2020, and this Paris Agreement is effective after 2020. Okay. So this first statement is incorrect. Kyoto Protocol was there, which was in effect till 2020. After that, we have the effect of this Paris Agreement. Second is saying that is absolutely correct. The third is it is not 1000, rather than that it is $100 billion. This is $100 billion. So this third option is also incorrect. Answer will be B option 2 only. So yes, sometimes UPSC is also going about this option. They are also going about this option of 100 billion or 1000 billion or 10,000 billion. Okay, but then it is a very popular figure, so you can memorize it easily. Okay, moving on. Now we have got today's topic. So good evening. So we have got today's topic, that is digital arrest for the first thing. So let us try to understand that what exactly is digital arrest first. There have been warning by the government, there have been warning by the Prime Minister also, that digital arrest is one of the challenge right now, or digital scams are increasing, and the government and the Prime Minister himself has asked the people to be aware about it. to be very much careful or cautious about it. So let us try to understand this, that what is digital arrest, what are the different types of it and everything. Okay. So we have got the first thing. If we talk about like how it all goes on. See, generally what happens that like these days one type of fraud is going on where people are saying that we have tracked your illegal parcel, there is an illegal parcel in your name, or there is a fake passport in your name, and we have got it. And they say that we are calling from the government agency, or we are calling from police, or this person or that agency. So they generally call the people and saying that they are from this department of government, they have got a fake parcel, or they have got an illegal parcel or arms or fake passport in their name, and then they are trying to like intimidate the person, they are trying to extract some money out of them. So that is one type of a scam which is going on about the parcels or the fake passports or any such illegal thing. So that is one thing which they are being which is being done. In some of the cases, the criminals contact relatives or friends of the target. Okay, it's like generally what happens that suppose if there is a person, so the criminals or others, what they try to do, they call their parents or relative saying that, say your child or your ward has been involved in such a crime, and if you want immediate release of him, you have to give certain amount of money, or you have to do this thing or that thing. So that is also one thing by which they are trying to extort the money. They are trying to like show the people that your ward or your children is doing some criminal activities. They have been tracked now, they have been let us say apprehended by the police or any such government agency, and then they try to extort the money from their parents or relatives. The third thing is like they are using the identity of police personnel, or even like they are trying to show the complete authenticity. They are trying to show the complete authenticity. They can even design a full studio like a police station from where they are calling to the people and showing that we are this person, or we are this IPS officer or IS officer. Now what they also do, like you might be aware there is one thing called as true caller. Okay, so even if you see many people are using this, so even on Truecaller they set their number as a particular police personnel or anything like that. Okay, so that if anyone is trying to check also whether this number belong to any police personnel or not, or police officer or not, they will be checking it via Truecaller or any such app, and there they will get that yes, that person is an IPS officer or IS officer or any such government department officer. So they are trying to even like give this authenticity also. They are trying to show the pictures in uniform and everything. They are even sending their like of course fake identity cards and all. So this is one type of a scam which they are trying to do. Sometimes there is another part of it which is called as digital arrest, and in that digital arrest what they generally do, that the victims, they are asked to do one simple thing. They are simply said that you have to switch on your camera, or you have to be present there on a Skype in the front of any such police personnel or any such fake police personnel or any such government agent. Okay, of course all of them are fake. So that is what is called digital arrest. The victims are digitally arrested and forced to stay visible over Skype or other video conferencing platform to the criminals until their demand are met. That you cannot go away from that video conferencing or call or anything. So that is what has been termed as digital arrest. That is something which has been termed as digital arrest in India. Okay. Now, this is one part like how the things are going on. So there is one agency, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. It shows that 7.4 lakh complaints were made between January 1 and April 30 this year, means 2024. In just 4 months, not even 4 months, approximately 4 months, you will find that 7 lakh complaints were made. From there, you can imagine that how many the number could have been there. It's not that everyone is reporting the crime or everyone is going to the police. Even after that, we see that 7.4 lakh complaints were raised with respect to this. So that is a very good number. That is a very high number which we can see in this case. Second thing is, 15.56 lakh complaints were received in all of 2023. So from here you can see another angle that it took around 1 year to get 15 lakh complaints, and in just 4 months we are getting 7.4. So the number of cases are increasing. It has almost doubled in this time. It has almost doubled in this just 1 year. In 2023, in the entire year, we have got 15 lakh cases. Okay, and in just this, January to April 30, we have got this 7.4 lakh complaints. Okay, so a total of, and see, from 2022 we have got 9.6 lakh cases in 2022, and prior to that there were less than 5 lakh cases, or something about 5 lakh cases. So 5 lakh, 9 lakh, 15 lakhs, and now you can see just in 4 months we have got 7.4 lakh cases. So this digital crime or cyber crime is increasing day by day in India. That is one of the major concern right now. Okay, now what are the things which are going on? There is one thing called as digital arrest. There is another thing, trading a scam, investment scam, and romance or dating a scam also. Okay, so 4 different things are going on. Digital arrest, we have seen people are forced to sit on the camera. They are forced to sit on camera. That is one thing. Then trading a scam also. Many people are asking to invest in bitcoins or getting all other things. They are promising to give double return or 5-time returns or 10-time returns in just 10 days, 15 days, 30 days, or anything like that. Sometimes people are saying also that you will be getting the double amount of money just by writing some Google review, or just by writing some review of any hotels or any such things. Okay, so there are also type of scams which are going on. Trading scam is also there. Investment scam is also there. That is task based. That you have to write the review, you have to send the mail, you have to send anything like that, and you will be paid for that. Do understand one thing, all these things are fake, all these things are scam. There is also another type of a scam, romance or dating scam as well. Okay, so that recharge thing which was prevalent earlier, that you have to do the recharge, then only we will have the conversation and all. So that has now been lifted to a higher level. That has been lifted to a much more higher level. See, Indians have lost 120 crore rupees in digital arrest, 1400 in trading scams, 222 crore in investment scam, and 13 crore rupees in romance and dating scam also. Okay, so you can see in all these things, especially in the trading scam, there is 1420 crore rupees that has been lost by people in India in last 1 year in these different scams. Okay, so this is one of the scam which is going on in the country right now. The number is ever increasing. Okay, so this is one of the thing which we have got. Okay, now of course the government is also there. The government is also there having its own different teams and its strategies. There is one thing called as National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. So this portal is there. Any public, they can report the cybercrime, cyber fraud online, and this has also got a toll-free number where people can register their case. There is also the CERT-in, Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. Okay, so this is like responding to cyber security incidents. It is also issuing the alerts and advisories to everyone. So this is the response team. The third is Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. It is the nodal point at national level to deal with cyber crimes in a coordinated manner, I4C. Okay. And then we have got the Cyber Regulation Appellate Tribunal also. The receive cyber evidences, examine witnesses, and conducts fact finding. And we have a special Cyber Crime Prevention Against Women and Children scheme. So Ministry of Home Affairs is implementing this to reduce or prevent cyber crime against women or children in India. So these are the different type of institutions or mechanism by the government for resolving the cyber crimes. But obviously these are all based on reporting or merely just talking about the incidents. Very little has been done about preventing them. It is mostly about reporting till now, and even after reporting there is hardly any action on it. Okay. because these things are ever changing. They don't have one SIM or they don't have one address from which all these crimes are being conducted. Okay, so this is the state of digital crime or cyber crime in India. We can have something like what is digital arrest or how the digital scam is going on. I think some of you might have got this any one type of such advertisement or schemes near around you also. You might have got any of those four. I think this trading scam is very much popular, and this task based scam which is coming very frequently. I think some of you might also have got these offers or options on WhatsApp or social media channels. Okay, so I hope you might have received any of things like that. Investment scam is one of the most common thing. They're asking you to write reviews and all other things, or they give you that we have this option. Yeah, almost daily. Which type, Ritesh? Investment scam or dating scam? Now, coming to the next topic. So, we have got this one thing, India and UAE relations. India and UAE relations, which is also there in the news. Okay. India and UAE, which is also there in the news. Okay. In what context, Sakshi? Task based. Okay. So see, there was this one editorial with respect to India and UAE, bit by bit. Okay. So let us try to decode that what is going on between India and UAE, or how India and UAE are significant for each other. Let us try to understand this. Here I will be asking you, like we have discussed about India UAE earlier also. So I will be asking you some about India and UAE. Okay. So tell me one simple thing, that what are the areas of cooperation? What are the areas of cooperation between India and UAE? Can you tell me what are the areas of cooperation? Yes, Sakshi, for that I have informed the team. I have informed the team about that, specifically about this. So I have told them about that. Some students are asking. Now it is up to the team that what can be done. Okay. Background. Can you tell me what are the areas of cooperation here? What are the areas of cooperation between India and UAE? Yes, we have got one simple thing, that we have got the India-UAE free trade agreement. Okay, we have got this free trade agreement. That is one of the major thing. Okay, free trade agreement is there between India and UAE. Then we can also see that there have been a recent thing, that is nuclear energy cooperation as well. We have got the nuclear energy cooperation also between India and UAE. India and UAE, if you look at this, India and UAE is also like having this close connections with respect to the fintech sector. The fintech sector, like we have got this UPI and we have got this UPI system which is also getting like interlinked with the instant payment system of UAE as well. Okay. Then we have another thing, India and UAE are significant from the part of energy sector also. Energy security, especially oil import, oil and natural gas. Oil and natural gas. So that is also one area of cooperation between India and UAE. That is also one of the major areas of cooperation between India and UAE. So that is also one of the part. Then we can see that there is also an area of cooperation that is about the civilians or the Indian diaspora or Indian diaspora. Indian diaspora. So there also we see that there is a significant like number of Indian diaspora living in UAE. So they are also having good relations, or like a significant number of Indians are going there. So that is one part of areas of cooperation between India and UAE. We also cooperate on various other things, like we have got this cooperation in I2U2 also. I2U2 is also there. India, UAE, then we have Israel, and also we have the United States. So there also we are cooperating with India and UAE. There is also cooperation in terms of mega food parks, or simply food parks in India. Food parks in India. Then if you look at this, UAE is also one of the major investors in India, one of the major investment or source of FDI. Source of FDI. So these all are the different angles, and many more. These all are the different angles of cooperation between India and UAE. These are all the different areas of cooperation between India and UAE. You will find that UAE is also the third largest trading partner. The third largest trading partner. If we just count the countries, if we are not counting the other things, like if we are not counting European Union, then after China, US, we have UAE as the third largest trading partner of India. Yeah, now they have also become part of BRICS as well. Okay, we have seen they have become part of BRICS as well. So there also we have got the support of UAE in India's international relations. So these are all different aspects of cooperation between India and UAE. But there are certain challenges as well. There are certain irritants as well. Can you tell me what are those irritants between India and UAE? Can you tell me what are the irritants between India and UAE? The irritants between India and UAE. Can you tell me? Right now, if you see the newspapers, one of the major challenge which we are witnessing with respect to UAE is our huge trade deficit. One of the irritants which is there now is a huge trade deficit with UAE. That is becoming a challenge for us. That is why we can see that even with other countries, now we are taking a cautious approach in making our trade deals. Okay. So there is one thing, increasing trade deficit. Increasing trade deficit. That is one of the matter of concern between India and UAE. Increasing trade deficit is one of the major challenge. There is another thing, that is kafala system. That is a kafala system. Kafala system. Have you heard about this kafala system? Have you heard about this kafala system? What is this kafala system? Anyone? What is the kafala system? No. Kafala system is about that when we are talking about the kafala system, it is about the migrant, like the diaspora which is there. The diaspora which is there. When we are talking about kafala system, it is about the diaspora. Like normally what we see, that when the migrants are going there, the passport and all other things, passport and all other things, they are being kept by those people who are just employing them. Those people who are employing them. So that is one of the challenge. Okay. The passport and all other things, they are seized by certain of the contractors and all. So that is one of the challenge with respect to the migrants over there. Okay. So this is one of the challenge. Just give me a second. Okay. So normally when the people are going from let us say India to UAE, they have their contractor and all other things or their sponsors who are there. So when they want to return back to India, they are controlling it. Okay. So this is like sponsored who employs migrants, take control of passport and all. So now it has been seen at multiple time, like the Indians who are going there, they are not able to return to their country on time, or even if they want to return, their passports and everything are seized, so they are not able to come back. So that becomes a challenge for the migrants, and this is certainly sometimes becoming an issue in India and UAE relation. So that is one of the challenge also. Third thing is support to Pakistan. Support to Pakistan. Okay. So UAE has also been supporting and giving. UAE is also like supporting and giving various loans and grants to Pakistan from time to time. So that is also one of the major concern. Okay. That is also one of the major concern that they are like supporting Pakistan also, and we know that Pakistan is one of the birthplace of terrorism, or Pakistan is one such area which is responsible for terrorism inside India, or they are sending the terrorist over India. So that is one of the challenge for us also. UAE, देखो, see, there is one thing. There is arrival on visa that is for tourists. That is for tourists. So for tourists, any country is ready to welcome them. The problem is not with the tourists. The problem is with those people who are going to take the employment over there. They are getting the main challenge. If you want to visit any country with the purpose of tourism, even US welcomes or any other country in the world welcomes you. But when you are going there as part of getting some income or any other thing, then the challenge is there. Then you have to go through a different route. Visa on arrival is many a times restricted to this tourism visa. Okay. So these are some of the challenges between India and UAE. All the challenges are very few. India and UAE relations are one of the most prominent relations in the present times. Okay. So these are some of the challenges. I hope it is clear. So next day I will again ask you, what is kafala system? Did you get this? What is kafala system? You might have seen in certain movies also, in certain series also, it might have been there that the passport and visa of certain people who are working there, they are being like confined, they are being taken away by some people, and then they try to control these people in the country. So that is one thing which is done by the certain sponsors in UAE. Okay. So this is one part. Coming to the next topic, a very important topic which we have got, and that is carbon credit. Carbon credit, the right to emit. We have one thing called as carbon credit or the right to emit. So let us try to understand what exactly is this carbon credit. Let us try to understand this. Okay. So can you tell me how the countries or how anyone is getting carbon credit, or what exactly is a carbon credit? Can any one of you tell me what is carbon credit? Can you tell me this? What is carbon credit? Anyone? What is carbon credit? Don't read this. What is carbon credit? Limit of carbon. So tell me what exactly is this carbon credit? Anyone? See, when we are talking about carbon credit, let us try to understand this one thing. Like suppose that you were supposed to, if a country has emerged a large amount of, जो देश कम कार्बन क्रिएट करेगा क्रेडिट मिलता है, okay, getting some discount for carbon emission reducing, okay. Yes, see, suppose that there is a country, let us say India, is there. Now suppose there is no such target for India, let us say that there is no such target for India to reduce the carbon. These all carbon credit and everything, it started with this Kyoto Protocol or even UNFCCC. The UNFCCC or the Kyoto Protocol, they are the beginning of this. Okay. So suppose that under this Kyoto Protocol or anything, India was not given any target that you have to reduce the emission or you have to reduce the emission of carbon dioxide or any other gases. But still, let us say India was supposed to get a 500 megawatt electricity plant. India was supposed to create 500 megawatt of electricity for its population. Now India has two options. India can go for thermal, or India could have gone for the renewable sources, let us say solar. So let us suppose India has got two options. They have to get this, India has to get this solar power plant or thermal power plant. Let us say India has chosen that we are going for solar power plant. We are going for solar power plant, even though it was not required by us, it was not mandatory for us to go for it. Even after that, we are going for solar power plant. And let us say by doing that, we have been able to reduce the emission which could have been there. If we were going for thermal power plant, then there might have been emission of, let us say, 5 ton carbon. Let us say 5 ton carbon dioxide could have been released by the thermal power plant. But what we have done, we have gone for this solar power plant, which would lead to eventually reducing the or controlling this emission which could have happened. India had the option. India could have gone for thermal or solar. There was no mandate on this, and still India has chosen that we are going for solar power plant. And India has been able to reduce the 5 ton carbon dioxide emission. So India will be getting a carbon credit of 5 tons carbon equivalent. 5 tons carbon dioxide equivalent. Okay. 5 tons carbon dioxide equivalent means this much we have earned, that due to us there has been less carbon emission, so due to which we get a carbon credit, and this carbon credit can be sold in the market for those countries or for those nations who are actually supposed to get this. Like suppose US is there, so they are supposed to reduce their emission, but let us say they have not been able to do it. So they can purchase the certificate from us, and for that they will be helping us. Okay. So that is a sort of thing from where the carbon credit has started. We have got a number of things. For example, the Delhi Metro or various other metros which are there, various municipalities which are there, those who have gone for CNG or other things, they all have helped in getting various carbon credit for India, earning various carbon credit for India. It has been said that India and China has been one of the major beneficiary of these carbon credits. We have helped in carbon dioxide reduction, and due to which we have earned huge amount of carbon credits from time to time. Okay. So this is one thing which we call as carbon credit. Okay. So this is what we call as carbon credit. So like Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, Glasgow Summit, they have all established frameworks for getting this carbon credit. Okay, for getting this carbon credit in the world. Now, if we talk about this topic, what is the advantage? It is encouraging the businesses to lower their emissions. If there are certain businesses, they will be incentivized that they can reduce their emission so that they can earn the carbon credit and they can sell it to raise some extra revenue. So that is one of the benefit. Second thing is, it can boost sustainability. Okay. Like if all the countries, if all the businesses are going for lower carbon reduction or lower carbon emission, then what will happen? There will be more research and development in this area, and the overall, the entire world is going to be benefited by this. Yeah. Then the third thing is the developed countries and the industries, or the countries and industries, they can come together and they can help in reducing the carbon emission. Okay. So these all are things which can be called as this carbon credit advantages or carbon reduction certificates advantages. Is there any bounded criteria imposed by organization? No, there is not for everyone. For some of the industries, now there is foundation also. Like in India also, some of the industries have been given the target. There is one thing in India also. There is a similar scheme called as PAT. Perform, Achieve and Trade. Perform, Achieve, Trade. Okay. So under the PAT scheme, what is there? Some industries have been given the target that you have to reduce your carbon emission. Now, if they are not able to do it, they can purchase from other countries who have been able to reduce the emission. So let us say there is one company X. It was given the target that you have to reduce 5 tons of CO2, but it has not been able to do that. There is another company Y. It has been able to reduce 5 ton carbon. Let us say it was not even given any target. So it has, even after that, it has done this reduction of 5 ton carbon. So this one will get the certificate. It will get the certificate. Now this certificate can be purchased by X because they have been given this target that you have to show that you have helped in carbon reduction. So this is one thing which we see as part of carbon emission also. Okay. Then what are the challenges, disadvantages? Okay. Now think that there will be always some new companies which are able to get this carbon certificate, because when we are starting a new company, we will be following the new technologies. We might be going for renewable energies and all. So they will be earning the carbon credit. But the companies who are actually polluting the environment, the companies who are actually responsible for pollution, they are not doing anything. They are just financing the new companies who were anyhow going to be based on renewable energy. Let us say that there is any such company which has started with the idea of greenery, or with the idea of or ideals of green revolution, or sorry, not green, with the ideals of green energy. They will get the certificate, but they were anyhow going to get that carbon reduction. But those companies which were actually supposed to bring back or bring down the emissions, they are not doing it. Let us say we have one company X. It was supposed to reduce, but it is not doing it. Why it is not doing it? It is saying that, okay, other companies might be there, we will buy the certificate from there, our work will also be done. Okay. So this is an ethical challenge which we can see there. And due to this, we can see continuous emission of greenhouse gases will still continue. So that is one of the challenge with respect to carbon credit or carbon market. On one hand, it can help certain countries, or it can help certain companies also. On the other hand, if we are really looking for this carbon emission reduction, then this might not be the best way forward. So that is one of the challenge. Okay. I hope this is also clear what is carbon credit and related thing. So all these carbon credit certificates or carbon emission certificate, carbon trading, clean development mechanism, all of them have started with the Kyoto Protocol. They have all started with this Kyoto Protocol. Okay, fine. So let's move to the next topic. We have one thing. We have got India's first private military we have got this India's first private military aircraft facility. Okay. Sir, who has given carbon certificate? How it is managed? I think you are trying to write managed. Okay. So see, there are two types of certificate. One which can be issued by the national level agencies. For example, if we are talking about India, if industries are there, so that is being issued by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. On the second thing, if we are talking about the international level, if we are talking about the international level, then even if CCC is monitoring all these things, or they are the one responsible for checking these certificates or allowing these certificates. Okay, so at international level for countries, we have got this even if CCC and its secretariat which is responsible for this. At the national level, the governments are also empowered to do this for their own companies. Okay, so these are the two levels, at the government level, at the national level, and at the international level also. So I hope that is clear, Ajay. So see, now we have got from today itself, from Monday, October 28, we are going to have this first private military aircraft manufacturing facility. It is opening up, and what is the major aim here? That we are trying to reduce the reliance on imports of the defense equipment. So that is the major aim in this scenario. Okay, you can see we have got this 2.6 billion contract between Airbus and India. Okay, and 16 aircraft, they are going to be made in Spain, and 40 is going to be built in India. So this Bharat Electronics Limited and Bharat Dynamics Limited will also participate in this program. Okay, so we have got now this first private military aircraft facility in India, where there is of course investment from Airbus also. Okay, and then Bharat Electronics Limited and Bharat Dynamics Limited will also be part of this. So there is a deal of around 2.6 billion, 40 aircrafts are going to be built in India. So that is one of the major part which is happening. Okay, so why we are doing this? There is just one simple aim, that we have been very much reliant on importing the security from outside. We have been dependent on import for managing our own strategic security. So for this very purpose, now what we are seeing, that we are going to focus on indigenization of defense, and that is the first military aircraft facility to be built in India. Okay, now see, we have also this one thing, we have got this one example here in front of us. Okay, see, what is the example? If you look at Ukraine, Ukraine has not been cheated by Russia. Ukraine has been cheated by the Western countries. Ukraine has been fighting with Russia, that is true, but it has been equally cheated by the Western countries. The Western countries who are asking India all the time that why India is supporting Russia, or why India is still getting the petroleum or other things from Russia. They were supposed to help Ukraine during this time of war. But what they are doing, they are delaying the supply. They are delaying the supply of the weapons to Ukraine. Second thing, even if they are supplying the weapons to them, they are saying that you cannot use that in the deeper parts of Russia. The two things is there. One is supply delay. One is the supply delay. Second thing is terms and conditions on use of weapon. Terms and conditions on use of weapons. So if any country is over reliant on import of security things or security equipments, then there is a major challenge that in the times of crisis there may be a supply delay. In the times of crisis there can be several terms and conditions which are applicable. In that situation, it will be a challenging task for a country like India. Okay, we have seen what is going on with Ukraine. They are not able to manage it. Why not? Even if they are getting the weapons, they are not allowed to use it. You might have seen Ukraine has developed its own a drone recently with a capacity of going up to 700 kilometer. Okay, so it has got its own drone missile recently. It has got missiles more powerful or more having more range than that, but it is not allowed to be used. Okay, so taking the hint from there, India has to also invest on defense manufacturing in India. You might have seen India is one of the largest importer of defense items in the world. Okay, so in that context, now we are going to like increase our increase our domestic manufacturing of the weapons. That is one of the prime reason. That's why we have got the first private military facility in India. Okay, so do read about this topic from the mains angle also. We will be discussing it more, but do read about it. There might be some questions on defense indigenization also. So from internal security angle, see this topic. We will discuss that also in the upcoming sessions, but discuss that. Okay. So I hope this is clear. I hope all these 4 topics are clear. Okay, so let's meet tomorrow at the same time. I know festivals are there around the corner. The Deepavali is there, but we will be trying to do at least till Wednesday. I think the Deepavali is there on 31st and 1. So till 30, we will try to continue these sessions. We have missed some sessions in the past, so we are continuing these with these sessions in till 30. Maybe on the Deepavali we will take 1-2 day break, and then we will again start with next Monday. Okay, NCRT batch NCRT batch हो जाएगा या book भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा? Anjali, you should be reading some NCRTs, especially the NCRTs of geography, especially the NCRTs of history. That is something which you need to read also. Okay. Airbus, no, Airbus is not Indian company. Airbus is not Indian company. Okay. So thank you so much. Let's meet in the next session tomorrow at the same time, and then we will discuss the remaining things. Thank you everyone. Take care. Thank you.